thing's insane. Just pouring down. Oh my god! Hey, what is going on, everyone, and welcome back to another YouTube video. My name is Noah Shaw, or Ford6Fo, and today we've got a special video thanks to Beefcake Racing. We've got a little bit of a new mod we're going to be adding to my 2018 Shelby GT-350 Mustang, and we're actually going to be adding a Borla exhaust today. So let's go ahead, jump right into the video, get this package unboxed, and check it out. So big thanks to Beefcake Racing. You can check them out on all social medias, but we just ordered my Borla exhaust yesterday and it's already here to me today, and I just got it all unpackaged so we can check it out for the GT-350. But as you can see, we've got our new Borla Atak mufflers. They look absolutely amazing, and they've got the factory valves hidden inside just like the factory exhaust itself, so you can keep it quiet or loud. But here's a little overview of what we're going to be installing today. Got both sides mufflers, pipes all the way along it, and the middle X pipe to really wake up our Shelby Mustang. I'm gonna go pull over to the shop. I'm gonna give y'all a factory startup of the current exhaust setup and a little drive-by so we can hear what it sounds like before and then compared to after with the Borla. So let's go ahead and turn the Shelby on. So as you can already hear, the factory exhaust itself just sounds absolutely amazing, but I think once we add this Borla Atak on, it's just gonna sound 10 times better. And we've got all the exhaust pieces loaded up in the trunk of the car. And we just made it over to the shop, and I'm going to show y'all the reason we're not actually going to go ahead and use the inside area today. So it's been a long time coming on the building of my shop itself. I've done almost all of the work myself except for the spray foam we just got done, and everything's still all prepped up for paint. All the lift and everything is actually covered in some plastic, but as you can see, they did an amazing job laying it all down very, very smooth. And I'm thinking about painting it all white or all black. But I definitely want to hear what y'all think down below in the comment section, if I should do it black or white for all the walls. So let me know. But unfortunately today, I'm going to go ahead and grab some of the jack stands and our jack, and we're going to be doing the Mustang's exhaust outside here on the cement. And sitting behind me out of the shop now, my 2022 F350 King Ranch. If you haven't seen all of the YouTube videos on that truck, building it and going over the full build sheet and price of how much it costs to build it, make sure to check out those videos as well. And of course, right now you pull your vehicles outside and the pollen is just absolutely terrible here. But now we're going to go ahead, get the back half of the Shelby all jacked up and put on stands so we can remove the factory exhaust out. We've got to take some of the factory components off the valves on the rear of the factory exhaust. We're going to pull that whole exhaust once it cools down a little bit here, and then install our Borla Atak exhaust, which we got in the trunk of the car right now. I'm going to get it all taken out and set aside so we know what we're working with. Now we're going ahead and putting the car up on the jack stands. I went ahead and jacked up on the jack points of the vehicle. We set it on the stands, now it's floating on the front, but we're going to do the other side. Just like that. First thing I'm going to go ahead and do is remove this whole underside plastic covering from the bottom. Here, and I'm removing all of the plastic clips, and it looks like we've got like a bird nest growing under the car here. So we're going to kind of remove their habitat from the car and finish dropping off this plastic rear underneath so we get access to taking off our entire exhaust. And behind here on that rear of that plastic, we've got two 10mm bolts that we're just going to get off real quick with a wrench, and then this plastic tray will be removed from the vehicle, and it should all fall right out, and we'll have more access to the exhaust. and out. So for the factory valves on each side of the muffler, we've got 2 electrical connectors. We're gonna go ahead and unplug those and set them aside with the exhaust, so when we drop it, it just falls right out with no restriction. And we're gonna go ahead and unplug it as well on the passenger side and set it aside with the muffler. And towards the front of the vehicle, we've got our 2 clamps here that are gonna be both 15mm nuts, and we're gonna get those off with our impact, just like so. So we can slide off the back exhaust piece. We're going to loosen these clamps all the way, and I believe we reuse these clamps for the X pipe on the new exhaust. Now that we've got both of the front clamps loose, I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of PB Blaster on these exhaust hangers so we can slide out the back of the exhaust and drop it all down and out. Now we're going to go ahead and start prying on the rear hangers with our pry bar. Start to slide the exhaust back and out on each side just like that. Get them loosened out from that hanger, dropped it down, and now we're going to push it back and loosen it from all these hangers. Out and there. And we're out with the factory exhaust. Sweet. Go ahead and slide it out now. All the way out goes our factory exhaust. And if you come in here closer, we're going to go ahead and start to unbolt our little valve here for the factory harness so we can bolt it on to our new Borla Atak mufflers. Go ahead and remove the factory electronics, just the 3 nuts on each side, and just make sure you put them back on to the corresponding side. So we're going to do one at a time and take it over to our new mufflers and throw it on. Then we're going to go ahead and snug them down with the 8mm on the impact. Just like that, and we're good to go. And just quickly, we're going to repeat the process on the other side now. And pull the assembly off the factory and come over to our Borla, so the spring into place. Hand tighten the nuts, and then we're going to snug them down with the 8mm again, just like the passenger side. On the factory heat shield, we're going to go ahead and cut off all the metal ties and put it back on our new exhaust with the new ties that were included in the kit. And we're going to get that last metal tie off. And we've got our heat shield that we can pull off now and install on the new exhaust. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and slide under here now and slide over our new X pipe, get it started and in place to the factory clamps. And we're gonna go ahead and put on the factory clamps with the factory hardware again and get them just snugged down but not completely tight yet, so we can still adjust the exhaust at the end. Get them snugged down a little bit with the impact now, just so they stay in place. Just like that. Now we're going to put on the second piece of the pipe. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and slide over our new clamps included in the kit. And just so they don't fall back on us, I'm going to tighten them just a tiny bit, where you still can move them. Now we're going to go ahead and slide the rear pipes over the X pipe itself. Make sure we still slide them through the hanger, just like that. I'm going to guide it through the hanger in the rear first and line it up to our X pipe, and then slide in just like that. We're going to get these clamps started back here but not completely tightened down, just so we can still make sure our adjustments for the rear are correct. Now we're going to go ahead and move on to the very back for the mufflers. We've got our new clamp slid over our muffler piece here, and we're going to slide it in through the front first, through the factory exhaust tips, and through the exhaust hanger up top. I'm going to push it through up there first. And then I'm going to work our new pipe right here into the muffler section, just like that. And we're going to go ahead and tighten the clamp. And we're going to go ahead and re-plug in each side's exhaust valve and then slide it back onto the little plastic clip here, just like that. Slide them up and make sure we get through that exhaust hanger first in the back, and then we're going to slowly slide in to our longer pipes, just like that. And lastly, we're going to go ahead and tighten up the X pipe. So we went ahead and got all of the clamps tightened down, and I went ahead and reinstalled the factory heat shield with all the metal zip ties back over the exhaust in the middle. And now our final step is going to be to put this plastic cover back under the rear of the car. So here's the finished look with our new Borla exhaust and the Atak system mufflers. Everything fit up and bolted up absolutely perfect. And out the end of our factory tips, you can see we got them to line up right in the center. Very nice. Alright guys, we just got the car all wrapped up with the Borla exhaust. We're going to go ahead and give it the first start up now, so let's see how it sounds. Alright guys, if you can't tell, this thing already sounds absolutely mean. Listen to that thing. Oh my goodness, that is so much louder. That thing sounds insane. We're gonna go ahead and go on a little bit of a drive now. Another really good thing about the Borla, even inside when we're revving it up like that, like you can barely even hear it. Like there is barely little to no drone inside the cab, which is awesome, especially for if you're on the highway or road trips. We're gonna go ahead and roll down the highway now, do a big pull, and compare it to the factory exhaust. Guys, this thing sounds already 10 times better. Insane. Well, we raced all the way to the gas station and got under the cover because it just started hailing like absolutely crazy. Big old chunks of ice hailing down. Everyone got under the fingers, and my truck is at home right now, not covered by anything, and it is just pouring down. Oh my god! And it is just going down right now, and there's nothing I can do. My truck's at home, getting absolutely obliterated with hail right now. At least do with this thing before it got too uncovered here. I haven't washed the Mustang in a little while, so we're gonna go ahead and give her a little bit of a bath. Gas, gas, gas. Oh, you can go behind the vet. Let's go. Well guys, we're trying to get home now, but it is just absolutely pouring down on the road. So we're going about 40 miles per hour down the highway right now. And we're gonna try to make it home and wrap up this video. Alright guys, we're just pulling back up. It just hailed all over. We're gonna see if the King Ranch 2022 is good. So let's go jump out, check it out. See all the water flowing from the rain still. Gonna have to make a little jump. Oh, hopefully the King Ranch is good. Oh, she looks mint. King Ranch is good. The Luma Duties, really strong body on them. But oh man, I was worried we're gonna get headlights or something up front cracked, or the glass or panoramic roof, but she looks to be good and all intact, so let's go. The truck actually got all nice and shined up now because it had a ton of pollen all over it a minute ago. But guys, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video, installing the Borla Atak exhaust. So big thanks to Beefcake Racing for supplying it to me and getting it to me next day. Other than that, if y'all enjoyed the video, let me know what you think about it in the comments below. Drop a like on the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already for more content coming up just like this. Other than that, I'll see y'all next time, and thank you for watching.